Hey guys, so I'm coming back with another tutorial. As you can see, I've got all my nail stuff out. I originally was not going to be doing nail videos on this tutorial, well, on this channel, simply because somebody told me that I was all over the place with my videos and I needed to stick to one focus. And, you know, once I sat down and thought about it for a while, I kind of figured that nails is a part of beauty. So I'm going to start incorporating nail videos into my channel. So I hope you guys like them. And if you have any tips, please let me know down below. And let's go ahead and get started with this tutorial. Now what I have here is my Conad's nail stamping plate. The square ones. They now make the square ones, which I believe was on sale for like $7.99 or something like that. And the original price was like $8.99, I believe, or no, I think it was like 10. I think it was like 10 or 12 bucks originally, but I got it on sale. So I ran in a magazine that you can take any of these images and basically just fill it in, and I've been practicing. And I have found out that there is a technique to it. I don't know what magazine it was that I was reading, but basically it said that you could take a stamp, any type of stamp, and then fill it in. I use this one right here with the hearts on it, and I will tell you why in a minute, but let's go ahead and get it done step by step, and I will tell you why, the reason why I use this one. So first of all, you're going to start off with a base coat. This is Beauty Secret. It's just a nail hardener. This is what I use for my base coat. And as you can see, I've been practicing. So I'm just going to put this all over my nails and then let it dry. And then you're going to come back with a color base coat. The color base coat is what you're going to be stamping with. So apply this to your nails. Let it dry, and when this dries, okay, once your base coat is dry, you're going to come back with a base color, and I am just using the Sally Hansen green, no, Mint Sorbet. Come on, pick up camera. Yeah, this is the color I'm using right here. And then you're going to apply as many coats as you want on your own nails, depending on the nail polish. If the nail polish is really sheer, then, you know, you ladies already know that you gotta apply another coat. And if it's really thick like this one is, then you can only do one coat. My other nails were yellow that the original stamping was on, and I had decided that I did not like the yellow because I've had that yellow for a long time, so therefore it was really thick and goopy. And I ended up getting bubbles in my nail polish, so I decided to choose one that was a whole lot fresher and that you guys could see the real product without it looking all, I don't know. Anyway, apply your base color, let it dry. Now once that's dry, then the magazine said go ahead and put on a base coat or a top coat. So you can use any top coat that you want to. I am just using the Professional Advanced Pro. It's supposed to be like some type of gel nail polish, kind of, sort of. But yeah, just place that. It doesn't matter what type of top coat you use. Use a top coat that you like. So place that all over the nails. Let that dry, and then we can get into the meaty part of the tutorial where we start talking about the stamping. Okay, so now that my nail polish is dry, the magazine said that you can take acrylic paint or nail polish, whatever you're going to stamp with, and put it all over the plate, and then of course you're going to stamp with it. This is acrylic paint because I bought a whole thing of it from Walmart maybe like a couple of months ago. It was only like 10 bucks and it came with 24 colors. So I thought I would use it for stamping. So once you have that, of course, if you have a stamping kit, you go through your necessary steps to stamp with it, and then you pick the image up. Now from there, the magazine said that you are going to take a color of nail polish or acrylic paint and fill it in. Now this is where we are going to get into some strategic stuff. So what I've learned is that with acrylic paint, you have some leadway so far as it drying on the stamper. So here I'm just going to be taking some nail polish, nothing really special, just a purple nail polish, and trying to fill it in as quickly and thinly as possible. And I am just using a regular dotting tool, and it said that you want to do this quickly before it dries, which is the reason why I am using acrylic paint, because before you stamp with acrylic paint, you have to somewhat let it dry before it actually starts to stamp, because if you don't, then you just get a whole smudge of hot mess. And I'm putting this nail polish on the bigger hearts first, because I want the nail polish to dry out a little bit before I actually do it. So what I'm doing is filling it in with the dotting tool, and I'm just using a purple regular nail polish and trying to put it on here as thinly as possible. Like seriously thinly, because if you don't put it on there thinly, it will have like bubbles and stuff on the image that you filled it in, and then when you try and stamp it, it'll smudge everywhere and just looks really stupid. It took me about 2 days, and I mean like literally I was at it for like 4 to 5 hours trying to figure it out to actually get it done. So now that I have this all filled in, all the hearts, I'm just going to let it dry just a little bit, and then I am going to stamp it on one of my fingers. So I guess I like to touch it to see if it's tacky. If it's still tacky, then it's time to stamp. Let's see if I can do this on camera correctly. So it said in one fluid motion, you are going to stamp the image on like so. Just like that. That's how it goes on. So now you've got colored in hearts, the color that you want it in. Now I'm going to do this for the other finger as well so you guys can see. So let me clean this one up and then I'll come back to this one. Alright, once again, last finger. I thought I'd do it a couple of times so you guys can see it. I'm going to put it on my heart, and this is acrylic paint. It's not nail polish, although it said you can use nail polish. And I'll tell you the reason why you won't want to use nail polish here in a minute in details. Pick up the image with the acrylic paint on it. Get a dotting tool. I hate it when this camera takes forever to focus. Getting dotting tool, and basically you're going to fill in the bigger hearts first as thinly as possible and quickly as possible, but you don't have to be too quick about it. And I think I just made a boo-boo. Yeah, I made a boo-boo trying to show you guys how to do this. And so I'm just going to go ahead and fill that one in anyway, so that you guys get the point. And I hope this is in focus because I'm trying to look in the camera and do this all at the same time. So fill in the bigger hearts first, as I said before, because those are going to take the longest to dry. And I hope I'm in focus and you guys can see what I'm doing. And if I'm not, I apologize. I'm really sorry. But I'm trying. So then I'm going to go ahead and move into the medium hearts and try and fill that in. And then the smaller hearts are last because, of course, they take a less time to dry. And I missed this one, so I'm going to fill that one in real quick. Sorry, I had to look at it. And I'm going to do this last heart over here. And then we're done. So now you have something that looks like this, once again. And now I am going to touch it to see if it's tacky. And if it's tacky, it's not dry yet. And if it's, what did I just say? If it's tacky, it's not dry yet. So if you touch it and nothing's really going on, but you get a fingerprint indentation in it, then it's ready to stamp. So I'm gonna go ahead and try and do this for you guys on camera. Okay, I think I'm in focus here, right here. And then I'm going to one fluid motion, roll it on, and I hope this looks okay. And yes, it's alright. I see my boo-boo though. So that's pretty much what you get. I am very new to this. Just like I said, I read it in a magazine. I don't know which one it was. It was at my doctor's office. And yeah. So I'm about to get into details about the stamping plates and how to do this and why. So once you clean it up, you're just going to come back with a base coat and or a top coat and just put it on. So I'm gonna do that and then clean up, and then I will talk to you guys about how to actually do this and why I chose the image I chose. Alright, so it should look something like this when you're done with it. If you can see on this finger, let's see if I can make my camera pick it up. On this finger where I made my boo-boo at, and I put the nail polish on there way too thick because it kind of smudged when I stamped it. Yeah. So anyway, the reason why I use this image right here, that one with the hearts, is because it has some, I guess you could say, empty spaces in it. So, as you guys know, when you see the smooth spaces in the hearts, that's what I was going to fill in, where I do fill it in at. So, if you have an image like this one at the far end, like this one right here, you have absolutely no smooth spaces at all, and that is some strategic work right there if you do try to put it in there. So I will show you what I'm talking about. So I am going to show you the difference between this one and having some empty spaces in there where the image is smooth, versus something that's like this and super engraved. So here I have my, I never knew how to say this, I guess this is the pruny, whatever, plates. If you guys know how to pronounce it, put it down in the description box and let me know how to pronounce it. And I chose this image right here, this plate, because I thought this would be a good one. I wanted to use this one and this one to show you the difference. Now you see how this one has the cloudy circles in it, but it has the smooth teardrop to it. The smooth part of the plate is what is going to be the portion that you're going to fill in, because when you put the nail polish or acrylic over it, it is going to, the cloudy parts of it, which is the engraved parts of it, is going to be covered all with black, purple, white, whatever color you use. Now this one is just going to be the teardrops that are actually just covered in it. Covered in whatever you stamp in it, because it is not engraved, it is smooth. So to show you an example what I'm talking about, let me zoom in a little bit. I am going to go ahead and take some acrylic paint and fill it in. So I'm going to do this one right here, which is the ones that had the teardrops that were filled in, that were engraved basically. And I'm scrape that off. Now you see how the teardrops are totally black. So when I stamp it, it only leaves you with just the circles. So that's what you are going to fill in. So you've got the circles and all in between the little teardrops and the circles. You get all that. So that's what I meant by the part that was engraved. So when the part is engraved, remember that whatever you stamp it with, that's the color is going to come out. And the part that was smooth on the plate is going to basically be your negative space. So you're going to have all that space to fill it in. So you've got to look at your plates before you actually do this. So now that I've done that one, I will do the other one for you guys that did not have the circles, or does have the circles filled in with the engraved space, which is going to be this one right here. And the angle that I'm looking at this, I hope you guys are able to see it. So I'm just going to put this on here with acrylic paint. And then, you know, do your regular stamping stuff. So as you can see, that whole space is black. So now I'm going to pick it up, and this is what happens when you don't let it dry for a little bit, your acrylic paint. You kind of get this little smudginess going on here. You see that? So I'm going to clean this up, and I'm going to do it again. So I'm going to put some more acrylic paint on the image. Maybe this time I'll use a little bit less. And then I am going to scrape it away. And that's the thing about working with acrylic paint. When you're doing stamping, you kind of have to let it dry. So I'm going to let that dry for a couple of seconds before I pick it up, so I won't get that smudginess. And now, there. That's a little bit better. But now you can see where I actually have the spaces between the circle and the teardrops to fill in that space with any type of color that I want to. So I hope this was a good explanation of that portion, because the magazine that I read in the doctor's office did not have that. So now I'm going to talk about acrylic paint versus regular nail polish versus the Conad, the special polish. So with the acrylic paint, you have to let this dry once you stamp it. So you have to let it dry. When you are filling in your image with regular nail polish, you have some leeway, as versus if you were to use the Conad special polish, because I've used this Conad special polish to stamp with, and I had almost no time to fill in. I had to be super quick about it. And when I was quick about it, my images came out really thick and goopy because, yeah, I was not letting the polish that I put on there dry a little bit before I stamp it. So, if you use the Conad special polish for stuff like this, just know you got to be really quick about it. And it's probably not going to turn out, because once you get done filling it in as quickly as you want it to, yeah, then your whole image that you stamped is probably dry by the time you have filled in all that other stuff. That's why I chose to use the acrylic paint, because the acrylic paint bought me some time to fill in my image. Now, I've also tried it with just the regular nail polish, and it was the same scenario as with the Conet special polish. So I suggest, if you are going to be filling in any of your nails with this technique, that I would suggest that you use acrylic paint to stamp with, and then use a regular nail polish to fill in with, because it works a whole lot better. A whole lot better. I'm trying to let you know. And also, you need to have something to put your nail polish on, so you can fill it out. Fill it in like a coloring book, because that's basically what you're doing, is filling in like a coloring book. This is just the edge of like a box that I took off, because I found out when I used the plastic plates, the plastic eating plates that you would get at like an event or something, the nail polish melted the plate, and then the nail polish ended up being goopy because it was the contents of the plastic plate and the nail polish all in one. So I would suggest using something that does not melt. So you can use a glass, a piece of cardboard, something that won't soak up the nail polish, and something where the nail polish cannot melt through. So that's another tip for the day. And yeah, so that was it. These are my nails, and hey, I'm learning, and I tried. I did like the idea, so I hope you guys learned from my video, and I hope you like this share tutorial. Please don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and share the love. To all my new subbies, thank you for subscribing, and to all my old subbies, thank you for watching. And yeah, this was it. Let me know if you guys want to see more of this type of stamping, because as I am practicing like every day, because I felt like I was gonna get it, I was gonna master this. But yeah, let me know. Thanks. Peace.